and welcome to Jadekind Gaming. This is the 15th session of the Shadow Kingdom 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. My name is Bob. I'm jamming this wonderful game that's done perfectly with totally no improvisation at all. Super planned. We have Vic as Mary. We have Ryan as Mother June, Adam as Dr. Richter, and hopefully, if we go forward enough, next character will be joining us. The name of the bunny is down there below. It's a bunny.
Also another Mary.
Also another Mary.
Yeah, Maribel.
Mary and Mary.
Just lube me up, why don't you? Would you like me to?
No, I don't. I really don't. I do not.
There's another portion to that saying. I left it off for
Thank you.
Sake.
Thank you. It's bad enough as it is. Just carry on.
I believe last we left off was right before the beginning of your church service.
Yeah, I'd say I needed to go ahead and give Jake some additional information before he goes out front.
Okay, so you're having Jake discourage interlopers from stopping the Sturman. Don't kill, just scare, act as bouncer outside this tavern is your last instructions to him.
The things that I wanted to tell Jake before he goes out and starts doing that is basically who I'm expecting to come, which will be the lady who's going to be delivering the basin for me, because she said that if I paid her the money that she'd be able to get it to me today. So she's supposed to be showing up, and I gave her the time and everything, so expect her to come with that.
Are you asking him to keep everyone not involved in your sermon outside of the tavern?
It sounded like I'm like...
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this, is you're asking him to keep literally everyone else out.
No, but I'm telling him who I am expecting, and the normal inn patrons, and it's like you're not going to prevent them from coming in.
Okay, I don't know why you're telling him who you're expecting then, because they're going to walk in and see you.
Just so he knows who I'm expecting, so he can let them through without questioning.
Well, you're already having him let everyone through anyways.
Yeah, I'm telling him so he knows.
Okay, I'm just telling you that the impression I'm getting from this, and probably he's getting from this, is are we not letting regular patrons in?
If he asks that, I say no, we're letting them in. I'm just wanting you to be fully informed, so you're not confused about who I'm expecting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you tell him whatever information you want to tell him.
Yeah. Because I don't want him. I wanted to make sure that he wasn't stopping the basin lady.
Well, the only people you've told him to stop is people trying to prevent your sermon.
Yeah, that is correct.
Unless you manage to really piss her off, probably ain't her.
Yeah.
If she walks in and you start throwing things at her, she might have some words for you. But otherwise, she's delivering a parcel. I don't know.
Okay, I just want.
Maybe he thinks the parcel's a bomb.
Yeah,
this is you're holding a concert, being like, "I'm getting an Amazon delivery."
I just
make sure you let that guy in.
Yeah.
By the way,
that's actually very different, because at a concert they are letting people, are stopping people without tickets.
About how I wanted those people treated.
I wasn't confused until literally just now.
Okay.
Now I'm confused.
Thoroughly confused.
Yeah, I didn't know if Bob was going to have it to where Jake suddenly comes up and starts punching those people.
You gave Jake very specific instructions.
Oh, okay. If that's good, then that's good.
It's only to discourage interlopers and to stop anyone from stopping your sermon.
Yeah.
Is literally to act as a bouncer. Okay. Is the instructions you've given him.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is right.
All right.
Yeah. Just double checking. I'm going to go ahead.
I have in the notes.
Yeah.
Which
I will go ahead and prepare whatever the area that I assume that I'm going to have set aside for us to do the sermon, so the other part of the inn is free for other people.
It's a relatively familiar space to you, as it's usually it's not really a platform, but it is a cleared area where the bards tend to perform.
Okay.
So you're doing your sermon where you
work area.
usually are doing music.
All right. Yeah, so I just prepared that, and I'll
Which you do owe him a couple days.
Yes, yeah. I remember that I got a couple of days of free barding that I owe him.
Yeah.
I go change probably something, earth tones and burgundy, I figure mix well enough. Basically, coming up with an outfit between the casual night at bar clothes and the actual date clothes, as to not be in exactly the same clothes I was wearing yesterday, but to still kind of look nice, maybe a little more casual nice, but...
Okay, so you mix jeans with your button-up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I'll prep that, and I'll greet people when they start arriving.
Okay.
And otherwise they can go down to sort of sit back-ish a bit, but keeping an eye out.
I mean, you do have a lot of privileges in this bar. If you want to set up a little nook for you and her, you could totally get away with that.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I have real no goal with her here, other than I was told to bring her here.
Actually, I can give you some information. As your parents' farm has just been foreclosed upon, you find out that I literally just I went through the time and effort to make her name, and I don't figure. This is why I do.
Eva Joe?
Yeah,
you realize that your former teacher, Eva Jo Cooper, has returned to the city. Your parents being sad with your 14 siblings.
Because you're a buddy.
Because you're funny.
I never thought about that for Herring, but I like that detail. I'm gonna take that into further worlds. Thank you. I'm just lift that. Thank you. I'll take it.
They are all your younger siblings. You're the eldest of the brood, the burrow, as it were. Your parents are moving back east to live with your father's people. Because there's a farm out there that's kind of a collective. And it's something of a failure for them. They were really going to try to strike out on their own and start their own burrow and, propagate their own family and really make their own community. And your father's going back as an abject failure to get I told you so by both your grandfather and grandmother and half of the community. It's very embarrassing for all of you. So you begin your quest to get revenge on the woman you see as causing all of this, the Aarakocra Eva Jo Cooper, who is returning to the city.
In her grove there?
To the city as a grove-trained druid. Okay. And you begin your trek.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes. Little bunny flew hopping through the forest.
More like hopping through the mountains, but yes.
Well, there's forest, then there's mountains, then there's the gate,
yes.
Then there's more mountains. Which is actually fun. I get to give you a view of the outside of the city, which I had the outside of the kingdom. I have in my head, but I never explained to you all when you were passing through it, though you wouldn't know it. So when we get to it with you, I'll explain it then, because there's no point in wasting everyone's time for backstory. That I should have already told you. Like I said, folks, not improv at all.
What's wrong with being improv?
No.
I ran a whole game's improv.
You're currently running a whole game.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
You're going to have to come up with a way that I'm taking over a crime syndicate.
That's being logged. That'll be a long time before they get to see that.
That's okay. It's going to be probably around the time. Oh no, this is currently going out on a pretty regular basis. I totally forgot.
Yeah, yours is the live sessions.
I check the channel on a regular. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, so you're setting up a little spot for you and your lady. Your lady, use, like, love, whatever you're doing with her. You're setting up the space, getting ready for a basin delivery, which does come about 10 minutes after you get down there and start making sure everything's set up right. What are you doing?
I'm getting the rest of my sleep.
Oh, right. You're napping.
Which is good. I want to say.
What time did you go to bed? I need
like 2, I think
it
was.
Okay, 2. So you're not going to be up. You're You'll be up about an hour into the sermon. Whether or not it's over or not, that's up to you.
That's
Wait,
fine.
the sermon starts at 10, doesn't it?
Yeah, it starts at 10. So.
Okay, you're getting close to being up. Just so you know. Okay, so the basin arrives around 9:30 or so, and she comes in kind of a little frazzled. Like, hair is windblown. Like, she definitely hurried to get here. She goes, Mother June, here you go.
Thank you. I'm gonna take a look at it.
Okay, so you unwrap it, and it's perfectly sized to fit your basin. Like, she got
The
good
stand,
measurement.
yeah.
Yeah, the stand. And it's, like, pretty much everything you asked for, plus a little extra. The glazing on it, it seemed to have everything gone really well. It's beautiful. And it's glazed. And she, like, it's clear that this woman took a lot of pride in it, and as you're expecting it, and you look on the bottom, it just says, your goddess's name on the bottom, 1 of 1, and the date.
Oh, okay.
So you actually have an official start date for your religion and an artifact, which I thought would be fun for in world history. You don't know the date because I haven't decided what it is.
Yeah.
However, there totally is one. It's super duper does not matter. I mean, I know I've been giving you days of the week. I don't know if I actually gave you a date to start with because I didn't come up with a year.
Yeah, you'd have to have a
I know
calendar.
it
Is it
year.
straight up like the 12 month?
No, I would just steal David's because it's totally unpublished.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't do that to you, David. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you.
We've tried to get things published. He doesn't.
It's not ready.
Even when he says it is. Oh, I know he watches these. I love you, David.
I mean, that's kind of the curse of anyone who makes anything. If you don't push to publish, you're just never going to feel like it's ready. You want to fix something else.
But
It is fall. We
It's-
have a season.
Yeah, it's fall. Totes fall.
Yep. I was like, I knew we got something.
I go ahead and set it up and get
Yeah. Slots in very nicely.
and whatever. Go ahead and fill it with water, and then I turn to her and I say, "Thank you. This is wonderful." And whatever. I hold her hands. I can see the care that you put into this.
When you went to set it up, she went, like, just made sure you were happy with it, and she...
Oh. Well, as she gets to leave, I call.
You're basically, like, she's not going to stand there for 15 minutes while you play with your hand washing station.
Okay. I didn't say if it's something that takes that kind of time.
You have to
then-
go get
You have
water.
to get the water. You're literally walking out of the room into the kitchen, back into the room.
I make sure to thank her before she turns and leaves.
Okay.
And then I get ready.
Yeah, she walks over to the bar, gets a tea, drinks it like almost straight down, and then walks out. She looks like kind of exhausted, a little harried.
We got a lot of people who are tired around here.
Yeah.
Probably as Mother June's going to probably go get water near the bar, I do kind of cut off to just sort of say, so I'm guessing you'll come meet us to do what's needed after the general sermon? Or?
If you're curious as to why I would want you here, is just to make sure that when I go and start doing my sermon, that she becomes very interested in it.
Okay,
Mind control doesn't, I don't believe, is part of his skill set.
you know. I mean, I'm here to get her here, but...
Well, it doesn't matter, because if she fails the saving throw against my enthralling performance, that's all I need.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just here to get her here. I'm basically just trying to figure out, do I need to do anything?
If anything, it'd be to use your portent to control what her saving throw is.
To twist her mind like a rope.
You did.
Didn't
That's
you
not
have-
how that works, but I get you the sense, you know.
You're
Asking, do you foresee...
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a 5 and an 8.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's just making sure you rolled your portents for
Yep.
the day.
Yeah, I rolled them before our meeting. So,
Last session, they were rolled.
yeah. And not used, so...
And like, yeah, and it's like, if you can foresee that...
That she starts to love you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Alright, then I carry on to...
Anything else you set up, or is it just you sitting there? Like,
I mean,
Jeb wanders past and wants to know if you want anything to drink.
I tell him not right now. Ask when a young woman joins me.
Okay. And he just kind of wanders off.
Oh, I do put one thing as an aside to you, and it's like, we'll have a lot of people here. You might, and he's like, might be useful to do a once over with detect magic on them. Just as an idea.
Alright. You've got about 10 minutes, so anything last preparation stuff you want to do before people start showing up, this is the time.
Ritual detect magic.
Okay, just...
If she shows up early while I'm doing it, I will drop it. I will stop, but that's...
Just so you aware, that means that, like, you're literally pulling out ritual goods and, like, sprinkling salt in circles and doing, like... And you're not just sitting there thinking quietly to yourself, kind of smiling. Like, in a ritual, you're actually using
that's a good point.
things.
Yeah, I'm using basically my potion.
Yeah, so if she walks in, she's going to see you with a kit out on the table, drawing circles and weird shit. Which, you live in a world of magic, it's not impossible. However, it would be revealing information about yourself. I just want you to be aware that when you say rituals in my world, there is a ritual. You are performing it. It's not silent or like, without visual appeal.
Yeah, it would definitely have visual. I don't believe it would necessarily be circles with the way that my magic works based on the fact that my focus is that it would literally be like a big kit of all sorts of different vials and things. So it wouldn't be drawing, but it would be mixing different ingredients and maybe grinding something with a mortar and pestle. Yeah.
You're grinding stuff up and you're making like a little potion. You're doing... Yeah. You will obviously be doing magic. I just want you to be aware that when you say ritual in my world... Because this hasn't really come up before with the ritual stuff. I hadn't thought to tell you, but the way I run it is you're obviously performing a spell to people. Yes.
Yeah, and logically so. I mean, I don't feel like that's necessarily a bad thing. I don't mind her knowing I can do magic.
Okay, I'm not arguing that you can or can't do it. You absolutely can.
Let me actually do this.
Letting you know.
I spent some time with her.
Before you decide.
Let me roll. You like me rolling dice? Let's see here.
Since we're approaching that like 10-minute mark, if nobody's shown up yet, then I'll go ahead and when somebody seems like maybe I get
This is like a out of game warning thing, not 10 minutes from the beginning of the game, 10 minutes till people start showing up.
Okay.
Like this is like I'm just letting you know that if you have like an action that you want to go before people show up, I do X, Y, or Z. Now's the time.
Yeah, Eagle Slender.
Stack your buffs.
Okay.
Anyways, 15. Do I feel like she would... 15 on an insight to feel like... Do I feel like she would... Was someone
Absolutely not. She would not give...
Yeah, I didn't think so.
The most piddly of craps that you know how to do magic.
Yeah. I did not think so. So yeah, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, she's like not really a judgmental person that you've seen. She's very, very accepting of you and all of your quirks, and no, it wouldn't bother her at all as long as you weren't like using it on her.
Yeah.
Or this is something small children's lives?
Or necromancy.
Yeah, this is something I've been...
If your ritual involved like entrails and skulls, she
But
might be
magic
upset.
didn't ruin his life. Adam lying ruined his life.
Yeah, literally the magic, if anything, says his life is going to be okay. I've now fed paranoia into him.
He had a 5% chance for a nice life.
Yeah.
And I just rolled a percentile of what happens, and I go, oh, he gets a nice life. Let me give him one. And you're just like, allow me to introduce my friend.
Raging paranoia.
You know what makes it hard to have a really nice life? Being paranoid and distrustful of your children. If they even exist now. I don't know how you affected the multiverse.
Maybe he doesn't choose to have children because he's too paranoid.
You're just a butterfly over there beating your wings on everyone. Okay, so you're doing a ritual detect magic. You're doing Eagle Splendor as a spell. Yes, that's not a ritual. So yeah, as a spell, you're hopping through the forest. You're sleeping. Okay.
Really foo-foo.
So, and you're not waiting on any other supplies, right? That was just the basin lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't have anybody coming in with anything else.
Okay. So, as you start getting ready and you cast Eagle Splendor on yourself, Jep comes up and puts a table down, or puts, like, basically a little stool. It's a performer's stool, kind of like stand-up comedians have. That's a taller one. And he puts drinks on it, because you're going to be standing at the pulpit. So he gives you, like, a water and a tea, something that you can use to drink if you need it, and goes, oh, remember, you'll need those.
You're a good boy.
Yeah. And he just walks off.
Okay. Yeah. The drinks.
Yeah. So he got you some drinks in case you need it. So yeah, that's it. All right. So people start filtering in ones and twos, and about 5 to 10 minutes before 10, Agitha shows up and looks around for a minute, spots you, goes, oh, gives you a little wave, and comes over to you. And
Have I
down.
finished casting, or?
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes
Okay,
after you
then I
start.
will.
So yeah.
Yes, I'll drink that. So I have that for the first 10 minutes of it as people are filtering in.
Yeah, you would have finished casting before they start filtering in, actually, because I told you this
Okay.
was your 10-minute warning for that.
So I may only get the first few of them, but
You get a little more than half.
okay.
And as you walk in, you notice, like, there's little pieces of energy here and there. You see, like, belt buckles and so a couple, like, small daggers and stuff like that. Like, basically a belt knife that anyone would have. Pure magical. There's some magical shoes, a couple magical, like, doodads and things like that. And as you're looking at it, and the things you're getting from it is utility.
Mm-hmm.
It's all pretty much utility magic that you see coming in. You haven't seen anything that's anything other than that. Which utility is the brand of magic I made for my utility spells that I put on things like sharpness on kitchen knives and things of that nature that specifically don't cut people. They're used for processing food, not people.
So no people openers?
Yeah, that's like, remember when I said that, like, there's a god who, the Watcher in this world, who specifically makes sure that utility spells cannot be used in combat?
No, but
Okay, well,
I'll give you
there
that. I
is
was just
one.
ignoring you when you said it.
Understandable, it was a weird thing to say, but there's utility magic. You actually have some of it that you don't get to use for combat related things. Like, it only can affect and do things that it can. It's not flexible like most magic.
So his belt buckle wouldn't resize like a chest plate if he grew
That's
bigger?
correct. It would not resize armor. It would not resize a magical item that didn't resize anyways. But it would resize any mundane clothing worn.
If I come up with some clever way... Sorry.
No,
if Ryan comes up with some clever way to use it in combat, no.
Yeah, there's literally a god who all he does is says, no, you're not ruining my fun. It's my self-insert character, and he is a deity that says, don't ruin my fun.
I'm sure it's really great for being less afraid of Ryan being in your game.
Oh, no, it's super easy. I roll 0 the Ryan straight out of that issue. You don't get to put a belt buckle on a friggin' bowling ball and make it grow 3 sizes. I'm not allowing it.
You can cross that one off your list.
You have to remember, I've played a lot of games with this man. Adamantine filled with lava that shrinks and resizes to smash people was my personal favorite.
Hey, that was to actually capture them within the adamantine thing, and then
Yeah, full of lava.
In other words, that's not a random grouping of words he put together. That's some
That's
sort of trap he came up
Ryan
with.
did.
and I never used it because we never got into it.
No, you just had this adamantine magically shrunken cup of freaking lava that you were going to drop on someone,
Because
and you carried it around.
Yeah, because shrink object only cared if it was a non-magical item, and adamantine and lava are both non-magical objects.
That was,
Not
I believe,
edition.
3.5.
Pathfinder, they were.
Oh, it's Pathfinder.
5th edition is now magic. Adamantine's magic. Stuff stops being hard when you put it in an magic field.
Yeah, no.
This breastplate suddenly got heavier.
Magic item, baby.
Yeah, you walk into the field and all you just hear of is, start thinking about baseball.
But, yeah, when people start arriving, I'm going to go and greet them and talk to them and mingle with them and introduce them to other people that I know in the groups that are arriving, so people kind of get a familiarity.
Yeah, you
with
do
each
know
other.
most of the people coming in because of your outreach work within the community. we're going to go ahead and call that... if you didn't already have advantage, I would give you advantage. But you already have advantage. So you get double advantage.
Super advantage?
No, not super advantage. Double advantage. Much more useless than super advantage.
Yes.
It's like it does nothing.
Yes, it does absolutely nothing. However, I appreciate the role-playing element of it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so about 5 minutes after 10, people kind of stop filtering in.
Alright.
And people are sat down and they have, some drinks in front of them. Jeff's been walking around. Jeff came up to you right after Agitha sat down and got your order for something.
Yeah, let's ask her. Not if she wants anything.
She just wants like a nice tea. So
Make it 2.
Jeff's like, sure thing. And walks off and he comes back, literally ignoring absolutely everyone else. Jeff walks off, grabs your guys' tea, and brings it to you, while other people are like trying to get his attention to order things.
His dad basically works with us now, so...
Yes.
You are now important.
He literally just like goes, alright, and just like ignores everyone, gets what you need, and puts it down in front of you. It's like their nicest teapot and set. And tea set. He goes, there you go, Doc. And he walks off.
Thank you.
And then he continues going to get everyone else's drinks.
But, yeah, when everybody's, settled in their seats and...
Takes another 10 to 15 minutes to get everyone settled down and get... You can tell from in your performer's heart when an audience is kind of ready to receive you, and now's pretty much the time.
First, if it was still up when she walked in, did Agitha have anything magic specific that I noticed?
Ooh. Just give it a percentile. It was still up when you walked in. It basically shut down about a minute after she took a seat, is what we're going to do that. So, she walked in and basic utility enchantments on belt, her shoes, which are cute little flats, and her earrings, which are just silver studs in each ear.
Otherwise, some niceties as we never tea and wait for things to start. I don't bring up work, knowing that she took an early lunch. Does she mention anything at all that's on her mind? Okay.
No, she just like was looking forward to it and
Okay.
was glad she was able to get out early for lunch.
Wonderful. Yep.
But anyway, so when I've determined that the audience is ready, I say, thank you.
It has been about half an hour into your Splendor's time by the time this happened.
That's fine. I say I thank everybody for coming, and it's like and taking the time in order to listen to the words that I have to say on Ranet's behalf. And I would like to also thank the innkeeper here. Please, he gave us this space in order for us to be able to have this meeting. Share your generosity with him.
Tip your bartenders and waitresses.
Mother June is an experienced bard who knows exactly what she's doing.
But anyway, it's like
I did, by the way, give 2 silver for the teas.
He did not charge you.
Yeah, I don't care. I gave it to him.
Okay.
He gets paid.
Yeah.
And it's like I'd like to kind of explain the general ethos of that Ranet is trying to essentially lay out for people, and there are a few things that I'd like to bring up that I'm going to try to teach people a hymn that I've managed to create that will be praising her glory, and show them a cleansing ritual that I've prepared here with the basin. But I'll go ahead and teach them a short prayer here first. Was Ranet, defend us from the wickedness of this world. Give us the strength to face and overcome it. Fill our hearts with your love, and in turn receive our love for you. Bless us with a purity of purpose in our service to you, and lead the faithful unto the earthly paradise that you will have prepared for us. And have us by your side. Even in the nethermost abyss, Ranet's light blazes bright, and shall cleanse all doubt.
Excellent. As you start giving your sermon, I'm going to go ahead and need your either performance or persuasion. No, this is performance. Yeah, performance.
I just hit him with that port.
It's a bad.
Hey man, it wasn't you. You foresaw this. You couldn't stop it.
24.
Couldn't stop it. It was just bad luck. Really tragic, really.
Okay.
And
That's mean.
Who would have guessed that horse would have run in and
Say,
interrupted the speech?
This is just like the prayer and all that. You haven't gotten to your hymn yet, which was the thing that actually gave you a DC for auto.
yeah, it was the DC 7 conversion thing that they're automatically converted if they hear it.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
But
It's not without reason, but yeah.
so I do that, and then I ask people if they want to come up and perform the cleansing ritual in order to make sure that we're in when we're in her presence, that we cleanse ourselves of any kind of earthly grime to show our best face.
Okay. So do you do all of them?
Yeah, I'd say if people come up, I'll go ahead and wash their face, their hands.
Do like a ritual washing. Okay, yeah. Like everyone is pretty much there. Agitha is like going.
Yeah, I sort of agree with sort of an awkward, but
Gods are real, man. Why
whatever the in-world equivalent of when in Rome.
It's more of she's doing the, like you said, this is your friend, and she's trying to be supportive. Is the kind of thing that she's going with. But yeah.
Well, I mean, and ultimately, even sort of the way I put it was, I'm not so sure about what she's into, but she's kind. She's been, motherly figure, so I wanted to be supportive, and so just kind of joining her. All right, it's
okay. So takes you another 15, 20 minutes to go through a quick cleansing ritual with everyone.
Okay. So I got like 10 minutes on my Eagle Splendor, basically.
Yeah.
Alright. So then after that, I will go ahead and pull out my violin, and I will tell people that I would like to teach you the hymn. And it's like, won't know the words at first, but go ahead and listen, and once you get it, you can follow along.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and make this, and whatever I nod to you, and I will go ahead and make this my enthralling performance of my hymn.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Gonna try.
Or is that?
Performance.
You need a performance check.
Oh yeah, you're the one with inspiration. It's like, how can Adam give you inspiration? No, that's your job.
no. It's whenever
17.
Agitha is making a roll, I need to know.
17 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll a
So
10.
you, having written it down and feeling a little bit inspiration, you just kind of like, but like you completely play it off as a tuning issue. You tuned up and you just get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And then, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead
Her name
and
is
do...
James.
For the enthralling performance, I will go ahead and target Agitha, and then for other people, whoever I would deem to be the most, powerful in the room.
I will.
Okay, Adam, you're going to be enthralled.
Not
Most powerful.
of the 34 people who attended.
Okay.
Well, Agitha rolls a 5 on her save or whatever it is on that.
Well, that's the question.
Just
Do
go wrong.
you want it for the enthralling performance or the hymn and have her roll a 5 for
Enthralling
the conversion?
performance.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm the one making that choice. I don't convert her religion.
But you could.
What's your DC on an enthralling performance?
7.
No.
No,
Oh.
that's the him.
That's
the him.
that's the him.
I
Which means I
guess
probably could make her fail both by using it the other way. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm hedging my bets on maybe she has a really good whatever kind of save this is, so she rolls a 5 to make sure she fails.
No, let's spell save DC. So it's a wisdom-based saving throw DC 15.
Okay, well, she fails that. Go ahead and tell me what the enthralling performance does when fails.
At the end of performance, you choose a number of humanoids within 60 feet who watched and listened to the performance, which has to be a minimum of a minute long. Each target makes a wisdom saving throw based off spell DC or be charmed by you. While charmed in this way, the target idolizes of you, speaks glowingly of anyone who talks to it, and hinders anyone who opposes you. Although it avoids violence unless it was already inclined to fight on your behalf. And it lasts for 1 hour and ends if it takes any damage if I attack it or witnesses any of you damaging its allies.
Okay. So yeah, it is currently charmed.
Yes.
Enthralled.
That lady was really good. I like her. Stop trying to stab her.
Yeah, they'll prevent people from trying to do violence to you.
But also a charm of speak glowingly that doesn't have a negative aftertaste.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is one of the things is that even if they succeed on their saving throw, they don't know that this affected them at all.
Okay, so you make your thing, and then let's see here. Okay, let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Interesting. Online dice roller. For the record, you have taken 411 points of damage if that number of d20s was damage. Okay. Completely unimportant, however, it is
Just
true.
like, and we're dead. We're all dead. Okay.
Everyone dies. Oh no, you turn into dust. That's sad.
Rocks fall. Everybody dies.
Hopping through a forest.
Yeah, Nick hopping through forest.
I perform a sermon and nothing but meteor storms land on it.
For meteor storm, oh no.
Without those stupid rules of you can only be hit by one.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
But, yeah, after that I'll go into basically kind of a free talk segment to where people can come up and ask questions, and I do a little bit more discussion about how I want the Church of Ranet to be a place where people can come and that we can listen to whatever your problems, if it's something that you think nobody else can help you with. I want you to feel free that you can come here and you can ask for our help. And
people ask what are Ranet's tenets. Like, what are, like, you've given a beautiful speech about that, you've given a beautiful song about that, but what are her actual teachings? What are her tenets? Like, what is like, thou shalt not steal, be kind to thy neighbor, follow the golden rule. Like, what are her actual tenets?
No, none of those, please.
yeah.
Rewind VHS tapes.
Always stop crime. Like, yeah, what are her tenets?
Okay, and so as
Two for flinching.
That would be Cord's tenets.
it's the tenets of Ranet will be that you the members of the Church of Ranet will be as if you're part of their extended family. You will do what is in your power to do in order to help other people who are members of the church. When it comes to the wicked deeds of this world, you must be actively against them. say evil exists, and
Steals your fire.
evil exists, and the things that you must do is to make it to where evil has no sanctuary.
Okay, so be opposed to evil.
Yeah, and by which is going to be kind of defined against Ranet being good. Ranet is the source of good, and things that are in opposition to her are going to be what are the evil things.
Before you make that a tenant, this is a
Polytheistic.
Yeah, this is a polytheistic society.
Hmm.
Maybe don't go full hog on the xenophobia.
Would
in round
create
one.
a lot of tension between them and any other worshippers. Just so you're aware that by making this a tenant, you will be making a lot of conflict around your group as a church.
Because they're openly worshipped evil gods who people just get along with.
It's creating a xenophobia line.
Yeah, it's creating a xenophobia, especially in a place that you have already observed is extremely opposed and resistant to xenophobia because of all the intermixing and all the.
That's the whole point. Is the tenant's making a statement of the church above all, and that's going to fringe on people's we're all in this together.
Which
vibe.
Always help the church.
You keep
always
that
help
crap for
those
the
within
converts.
the church, people within the church's family. Be opposed to evil. All that will vibe within their current society. What you're doing now, you're totally allowed to do it. I'm just letting you know, will actively work against the current society. Which, if that's the path you want to go, that's fine. We can totally do that. But I need you to be aware of the consequences because your character certainly would be.
I appreciate that.
My goal would essentially to subsume the churches of the other good people.
Eventually, but maybe don't start off day one with that.
So
that's the inner circle. Keep your
villain world domination plans in the back pocket, not in the pamphlet you hand out to the randos.
So that's for the
that could just be part of
the GM
family
to know
first.
I'm not bringing that up to the NPCs.
Okay, so your tenant so far is
family first. The church's family.
Yeah, the church's family, and you always should help those within your family and within your church be opposed to evil. That's what I have so far.
Yeah, and
knowing the information I just gave you, if you want to deal with the be opposed to evil thing,
do you not want to put that in?
Change that in any way? That's fine. I'll totally let you retcon that because I dumped a bunch of new information on you. And if that changes your plans, because your character would have been aware of it when making those plans.
Yeah,
so if you need to change that, you can change that.
No. Say we're going.
We're the evil.
No, I think I'm a good person. I just my character thinks that she's doing good.
That's weird.
Yeah, my character thinks that she's doing good, but
I am more intelligent than you. I guess that makes sense.
Well, also can't sense good and evil.
Yeah,
nobody can.
You sense race now.
Yeah.
Because remember, certain races are just bad. 5th edition says so.
Yeah, because even paladins, their detect, it's like undead.
Yeah, you can't detect alignments anymore.
Yeah, alignments aren't a thing.
Undead, Fae, Fiends, and Celestials. Some people are just bad.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so...
Or at least some people are different, and we're allowed to stab them.
But
I mean, my character has a very
opposed to evil,
clear sense of what he does is considered wrong by society.
The other thing is that strength is a virtue. And that the idea behind it is that evil exists because it has places to where it can gain strength. We need to take that strength from them, and they should have no home ground that is safe from us.
Okay, so strength is virtue, mercy's a weakness, is kind of what that is.
A bit of a martial
good
guy.
It's like if a
I'm writing it down because it will affect things later on, so I'm trying to make sure I get your tenets correct, but I do need them short enough for me to interpret easily and work them within society, so I'm kind of cliff noting it. So strength is virtue, mercy is a weakness is kind of what I'm doing here. Is that would that be an accurate representation?
Yeah, mercy towards evil would be weakness. Strength is a virtue. Do not be merciful to evil.
Okay.
Another thing would be your actions towards doing good will be forgiven by Ranet. If there's something that you end up doing that is in that.
You get credit for trying.
And it's like if things don't go right or something goes wrong, you will be forgiven by Ranet.
The ends justify the means.
Yes, there you go. It's just
Your actions are judged by intent, not results.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you get by after what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's
My
the
intent
Bible. You get credit for trying.
My intent was to spread Ranet and good. You murdered all those orphans for cash. You just spread the religion and good.
I put them back together.
I had good intelligence that one of those orphans was going to become a really bad person.
Okay. Any other tenants, or is that it?
That's all I can think of for now. I'll have to hash it out.
You spent too much time writing out a prayer and not an...
Okay, way we can do this is we'll fast forward through another like half hour to an hour of service, and you get 3 more tenants for that, which is what people are going to be building this religion on, and we'll talk about it through the week and figure it out then.
Okay. Yeah.
So we don't have the whole session just dedicated to this, because it's very interesting and we 100% could. So you and I will talk about it later, but you'll do a thing, you get 3 more tenants.
Okay. I'll think more about it so it's...
Yeah.
So we can be more
Because right now,
specific
you're setting out your religion to be against us. It really feels like...
I'm not evil, though.
But aren't you?
Yes, but my character doesn't think that.
See, that's scary.
Yeah.
Delusional.
No, that's how most people behave in their day-to-day life.
Okay. Maybe...
What, you saying it's evil to steal money from people who can't protect it? That doesn't sound evil. If it's evil, how can I do it?
Maybe this will, shed some light at... I'm not a terrible person. I'm just a woman filled with pain who was cast out by a kingdom to live in obscurity.
You know, I think you're describing an evil person.
Yes, I am. That's the whole point.
Yeah, she does not see herself as evil.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it is totally fine, and it's a very respectable role-playing decision, and I'm like 100% behind it.
But my character, who is sitting there in the audience, is very much a sociopath, very aware that the things that I want to do and am willing to do are viewed as wrong by society in general. I am aware what society's perspective of evil is. It doesn't matter. That doesn't reach my goals, and my goals are more important than what society is hindered and limited by.
Yes, you guys are going to have a very interesting conversation
do I think that
about this religion that has been started with no input from anyone but Ryan.
Well, I'm awake, right?
Yes, you do wake up.
I mean...
Could I be the last of the...
no, it's like... She's good at bullshit. Like, she's really good. I believe her. I believe this.
You're awake, you're sitting at the bar, and like Jet is just feeding you fatty foods and coffee or tea, whatever is your preference.
I also like that none of our lieutenants got you to say, go put these other things back before you came down.
I'd do it like later tonight, maybe.
Well,
the goal is to do it before Agitha returns.
Oh.
She's here right now. She's not at her desk.
Oh, hi.
You're like looking at her. Oh, hi.
And he might be able to keep her around for extra time if you need it.
Well, she's enthralled.
I have an hour with her.
Mm-hmm.
So...
To do post-service chatting more in depth.
All of your lieutenants are out and about in the world. There's no one there to have told him to, and none of you woke him up.
Well, I was there.
He was there in the meeting.
He was told in the morning.
Then yeah, that's your decision. Whatever you feel like doing. Did you forget over the week that has passed since our last session that you were supposed to, or are you just not doing it?
A little bit of both.
That's fine. Like, if you...
I was waiting to get rid of my penalties to all skill checks.
You are fully rested.
Yeah. You went to the meeting.
You're fully rested.
When
you
you
woke
wake
up at the beginning of this. It's about a half hour to 45 minutes into his service. If you wanted to have left, like, right after you ate breakfast, you can have a half hour of time there to do what needs doing.
Yeah, I think, Yeah, no, I don't think I want to do it again at the midday. I've broken this place like 3 times now.
Okay, so, yep.
And it's like, you know what? Next time we do it, we'll do it at night.
Yeah.
Do it at night.
She's doing great, though. She's just up there on that over there in her little spotlight. She's just preaching her little heart out. Good for her. Good for her. God bless.
She's doing good work.
Yeah, so, you're at
She's
the
doing
bar.
the Ranet's work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a racket. I mean, obviously. She's with us. She wouldn't actually be supporting all this. She's just really good at lying to people.
Yeah, you're like incredibly impressed. Good for her.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you're doing. As you watch as after the music is played and as the questions are coming in about, the religion and all of that, you see her eyes just kind of shining and smiling up on the stage, like she saw the sunshine after a week of stormy clouds. Just a brightness has come about her.
Yeah, as things are wrapped up.
Listening very, very closely, and you see her 3 times try to drink out of an empty teacup. Completely forgot that she didn't have tea.
Well, then I wave over freaking Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff
Get her a refill.
Yeah, Jeff will bring you a refill. But yeah, she's just absolutely enthralled by Mother June up on the stage.
Quite literally.
Now, the funny one is if she failed that other check.
I don't know if he caused that other check.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether or not
Yeah,
they rolled
you
lower
had
than a
her
7.
fail the enthralling music, not the
Perversion.
Yes.
which actually, I didn't roll her conversion specifically. Okay.
I mean, I hate to be I hate to be a Nick here. Do I have to roll that?
What, her conversion?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you do. You have to make a will save.
Stupid Brilla, I got dice.
You should be good.
Is it under a 7?
What sort of save?
Will.
That's not a thing.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. That's gonna be over. That's plus 4 is 10.
You're good.
Yeah. You had to be a 7. So yes, you don't suddenly gain religion. Which,
religion that tells me I'm wrong.
God, if you had suddenly gained religion, that would have really messed up my plans. You growing into it gradually would have been fine. You just been on board all of a sudden. Your character's way too smart.
Yeah. I mean, literally, right now, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, does she actually believe this? We've done fine losing two of our members. We've managed to groove forward. I don't need her. That's just literally.
It would.
It would hinder some things.
Well, it would make my notes a lot easier to remember because I've written about 130 pages of notes for this campaign, and 60 of them are specifically Ryan's fucking fault.
You think the new character wouldn't break you just as hard?
Well, honestly,
it'd be less detailed.
Well,
because I hadn't thought of it.
Unless you came back as a paladin or cleric of Ranet.
I probably wouldn't do the same thing over.
I'm just saying, if you really wanted to be obnoxious, you 100% could.
He's aware.
But something that I also bring up while I'm up there talking is that I have this idea that that we should start asking for charitable work. I wanted to start getting a fund started that would allow us to have the means in order to remove diseases and poisons and curses if somebody should be afflicted by them, but we'll need the money for the materials that the potion maker will need.
So you wish to start a Ranet, a charity organization around the religion, or within the religion?
Yeah, within the religion, I was thinking about asking people for donations in order to go into this fund to help people who might be afflicted by something. And it would be something...
And you lose them.
Okay, so you want to start the charity for the religion before you build the religion?
Or
About
do you just include that amongst the this is
I'm
things
just
Okay, charity is an important thing. Is it going to be one of your 3 tenets?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say charity is an important thing.
Okay.
Or specifically, disease and curses are super bad. We need to stomp those out.
Okay, you get 2 more then. Charity.
Well, at least that one's beneficial to us.
Yeah.
Because that we can run a grift off that.
That, and I can go around asking people in businesses or who have lots of money for money. But so I do that, and whatever. I spend some time talking to people, but before we have an hour elapsed, I'm going to go ahead and go over and talk with Agitha.
Okay, it's been about 45 minutes since your musical performance, and you're the questions have wound down and kind of broken up, and there's 4 or 5 people who are coming up and asking you, so is this like our standard day for sermons? Is there going to be another sermon? When do we come to see you again?
Yeah, I'd say right now I'm trying my best in order to try to secure a permanent residence for myself here, along with some of the other people who I'm living with. And right now I'm trying to manage the funds for that, so hopefully we'll be able to move there. But if you guys want to come back, I'll have to speak with the innkeeper first before I can figure out another time.
Okay, Mama June, we'll check in with you. I mean, you're always wandering around. We'll just come up and ask you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come see me whenever.
Yeah, Ranet be with you. And those 5 or so wander off.
And yeah, so when she ends in thrall, Agitha, I sort of offer, you would like me to introduce you if you wanted to talk to her.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah. And arrange an introduction.
As you make your way through the people and get to Agitha and Dr. Richter, Agitha walks up and shakes your hand and goes, Mother June, that was a beautiful service. I'd love to come back and see another one.
I would love to have you. And it's like, Richter, who's your friend?
Yes, this is Agitha. I'd been with yesterday. Told you we went out.
You're keeping him out of trouble?
Oh, you know him.
And it's like, I'm very happy that you came today.
So pleased to be here. Tell me, where did you find the goddess?
That is quite a long story, but say I went on many travels and I found the remnants of her last temple near a place in the Shining Desert.
That's so far.
Yeah, I've had a long journey in order to get to where I am now. But I wanted to talk with you and say, you're familiar with this area, and what do you do for work?
Oh, I'm the secretary for the union. I work underneath goodness gracious, what is his name?
Union boss.
Yeah, I think it's always been Union Boss to us.
Oh, good Lord. Had I not?
No, isn't he a gnome? And we definitely have his name.
Was that Union Boss, or was that like the guy that was leading out in the field?
The union boss was the name of the gnome that you have. I'm pretty sure is for the headless horse.
Yeah, the headless horse guy's name's Quentin.
Yeah.
Bennett Jorgensen.
Yeah, Bennett Jorgensen.
Yeah,
is the name of the union boss.
Yeah, Bennett Jorgensen.
Is he a gnome?
Yes.
Oh,
he's a good negotiator for contracts and has been in the lead of the union for 15 years.
Ha,
15? I thought it was 11.
Well, I have it written 15. I
I
bet
that 15 is the thing. She's been working for him for 11.
I thought she was only working for him for like 6.
Oh, okay. So the secretary's been around for 11 years and he's been in charge for 15.
Yeah, okay.
Agitha Hawthorne.
Yep.
Although in giving a casual introduction, you don't use someone's last name. But how was your Ranet spelled?
Ranet. Ranet. Or if I pronounce it in the French way, Ranet.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Ranet.
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 Yeah, this is Fantasy Kentucky. I dare you to throw some French at them. See what happens. Her name's getting corrupted immediately.
Yep. Which is why I went with Ranet.
Okay, so Ranet.
Huzzah.
Okay.
But then it's like, well, that's respectable work. Working for the union, have you noticed anything that might to where anybody in the union might be doing something illicit or unknown, or something that might be hurting other people?
With those unions, they get a reputation.
Well, there are more account books than there ought to be.
That's very interesting.
2, I get. 3 is ridiculous, and he always keeps the other one in his office.
Wow.
Why didn't you ever go in the office?
Because it was locked.
It's like,
To be fair, now I'm glad that you didn't go, because then we'd be telling you to go tonight anyway.
it's like, well, if
You gotta go back.
At a certain point,
I was really just like, no. Let the
at a certain
conversation
point,
happen.
he goes there and he's like, "I'd like to apply for a job."
Why? Well, I'm here so often anyway.
Seems like an easier way for you to let me in the
Might
building.
as well just pay me.
Might have said just pay me.
well,
Considering all the work I do for you.
Well, if there's something going on that do you think the workers of the union might need justice, we could help you with that.
I'd love that. Could you? I mean, Ranet must have guided you to me.
She
You
knows
guys
the way.
can do some insight checks if you'd like.
Yeah.
I would like.
Yeah.
I like
Sure.
this. Oh, that's nice.
22.
22.
She's been converted.
She did fail that second one.
She rolled a 3.
Nice.
She does not have 20 wisdom. She rolled a 3.
Suddenly, this got a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, I'm sorry. At the point where I realized that, you make the comment, it got easier. That's not the worry that I have. My worry is, okay, if we string this along, do I have to act like I'm in a relationship with her? What do I need more freedom than this to do the things that I need to do. This. I'm already trying to figure out once. Well, it's not even the money. It's once I've managed to use what I need. How do I get her out of the way? Well, if she's following you, I know.
Yeah.
I can set her up with a nice boy.
obviously.
Yeah, no, but it's like if she's following you, then she's no longer tied to me. Because I don't want the relationship tie. That's obnoxious. That's in the way.
That's
And
fine.
Mary, you just kill her.
Yeah.
Give Ranet her first
But-
afterlife follower.
But there are definitely plenty of issues of if she's in a point where she's still useful to us, then we don't want to kill her because she's useful. And depending on how things move with this, we may be putting her into, like, moving her up in power to make sure, things aren't... Which, I mean, like, then I have to keep her on our side.
She can become the new union boss.
I know,
we can
if something like that
depose her.
happens, then we basically need her still around.
Yeah.
Killing her would make things... Then us have to deal with that situation.
I'll
It's just a lot easier. I'm just sort of sitting back as she's... as I'm
They're
observing.
like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I don't have to get married. Whew.
And it's like, I'll handle it.
Dodged a bullet.
I mean, I know full well, like, I mean, at some point, but I can only have so many marriages that the bride dies on the wedding night, and I mean,
She doesn't have the musculature to justify it.
Well, all we need you to do is make a monster, and then the monster can kill her as revenge. That's your next step there.
No, like I said, Dragon Commander, you can kill at least like 3-4 Ys before somebody just cuts you off. Just says, no, I know it's definitely you. I can't prove it, so just no more Ys.
Where your wives keep going.
Keep misplacing them, I guess.
Just
I'm
unlucky.
certainly not feeding them to the demon at the heart of the ship for power.
This place needs to be get some new safety standards.
So you get the idea that she has definitely been converted to Ranet. How do you handle the? What else do you do?
Well, we'll go ahead and.
Prosperity gospel.
Well, no, we'll go ahead and sit her down and get her side of the story as far as the details on the corruption within the union.
She just talks. She starts talking about this like it's not really any of the other administrators. It's just her boss. It's mostly the issue. And like, if she could get a hold of that book and someone who knows what to do with it, there'd be enough proof to get him out of there. And then they could put someone else in charge who like has more responsibility and more ties to the community, who actually cares about the union.
I'm like, well, I'll see what we can do as far as that, and I'll keep in contact with you to see if there's anything that you can do to help. Would you be willing to do that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't let this evil continue.
Yeah.
Skill's so
Maybe it's
good,
like-
I already got it. Already did it.
It's just like, and then it's like I've been really happy to have come to this part of the town when I arrived here, because there does seem to be lots and lots of good people.
Oh yeah, this is honestly probably the best part of the city. I mean, fresh air blowing in from the fields, and just meet the nicest people.
Yeah. But it does show that even in the nicest of places, there are still places where evil can take root. So
Yeah.
we need to be ever vigilant.
We have to weed our garden.
Yes.
Do you have anyone who can handle a door lock?
And
Wow, she's leaning into it hard.
She is converted and enchanted.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'll try to think of something, but yeah, I'll try to think of something as far as getting that book. Can you give us any details about what we'll be looking for?
And she basically describes what looks a lot like the books that you have already seen. Like, she describes it and says, but this one has a black cover and a locked latch on it. And it's usually in the boss's office. She knows she's seen him working on it because he closes it when he walks in to have a conversation with him. But she's not sure where he keeps it because she's never seen it on a bookshelf.
Yeah. So, Union Boss has a black book with a lock.
And about this point, she goes, "Oh goodness, look at the time. My lunch is well over." It gives you a kiss on the cheek, shakes your hand again, and goes, "Fascinating. Please have Richter tell me when your next sermon is. I'd be interested in hearing your words." Beautiful
Of course.
sermon. Absolutely beautiful. And she walks out in a bit of a hurry.
Yeah.
All right, you sat there and watched this whole thing, and it's been education.
Wait. You watched this whole thing?
Yeah.
You have to make a check. Sorry, not to be a dick, but you have to make the check too.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, if he was there for the...
Okay, you're fine.
Also,
I get how it can be fun to be in you.
Oh, okay.
Jab?
Also, the random patrons at the bar who weren't part of the sermon.
Plenty of them probably aren't paying enough attention to necessarily get it, but some maybe just bored.
Okay. Two people whom you did not invite, who were just in there having lunch, also thanked you for the sermon and asked you what it was. You had 7 people in total come up, and 8 people in total, counting Agitha, come up and compliment you and ask for the next sermon, who seemed converted.
Sounds good.
and they're kind of humming to themselves as they walk out. Congratulations, you gave them an earworm, you monster.
Now, the thing about it being an earworm is, can other people then use it to...
Their performance checks are not high enough to trigger the results, because you have to get over a...
Okay.
It's true.
But if you get...
Your performance check was over 20, though, yeah? It was like...
The initial hymn writing was DC 21.
Okay, that was the hymn writing. I meant the performance of the hymn.
The performance today was a 17.
I'm going to go ahead and allow it, but ordinarily it has to be over a 20 to trigger.
Okay.
Or, so yeah, them just performing... Or actually, since the DC is 21 on that, you have to do a 21 performance check to trigger an auto conversion.
Okay.
But since I screwed that up, I'm giving it to you.
All right. I will note that for the future.
I am not rewriting everything.
Because I know, what was the rules? You had to succeed 3 in a row above what you had.
In order to increase the DC.
In order to increase the DC.
Which also means you then have to get above that when you're
performing
it, so you don't want to increase the DC.
Yeah.
Yes, but if you increase the DC for the performance, like there's a better chance of a higher number of conversions. So yes, there is a point where it's like if you manage to get over a 30 DC on your performance, you're looking at
DC 10.
Well, it's it goes up.
You said when it initially was laid out, it was a third of the DC was the auto conversion.
Yeah, you're looking at DC 10 for masses. Like this is everyone within the sound of your voice has to make a save.
Yeah.
Every time you perform at that level. So yeah, it's a low DC, but you're talking about you could be performing for a crowd of 50,000 people.
Yeah, which is
and they would get hit with a DC 10 will save or be converted.
So let's say she increases it to 30, but then on her performance she's 21. Is it then just down to like a third of that?
No, it doesn't trigger.
It doesn't trigger at all. Which means if you increase it, you just make it where it's harder for you to use.
Yeah, but more likely to succeed. Mm-hmm. So yes, there is a point when you might want to stop working on the hymn
and just make a new hymn. Yeah. Have a hymn for a different level depending on how you're feeling.
Yeah, you 100% could do that.
I'm not feeling so great today. I didn't get my Eagle Splendor, and I think I'm going to use my lower hymn.
As far as like the tenor of the hymn, it's going to be kind of like jovial gospel type music.
Okay,
that's what I'm going for.
So Squirrel Revival, that hurt.
Yeah, because I can totally imagine getting a wizard or cleric class guidance, getting another bard as a backup to inspire you.
Yeah. And you could make it so you could no longer perform.
You could also get one that's whatever a lower DC that other people generally can get and teach it to them so that it's only if people.
You have to remember that like at the point where it's under 5, it like people almost auto succeed it.
Yeah, but still, if someone can make it 12.
A 7 is a cobblestone road where most people walk down it just fine, but you can trip on it.
But if it's a third, then a 5 would be a 15 DC.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of people that can make a 15 DC.
Yeah.
And could theoretically
roll
really badly.
Yeah, but that's like tripping on a flat surface over nothing.
Yeah, well, the point being is, if he teaches that where people are singing that in the streets, then it's just kind of spreading on its own.
Yeah, but they have to deliberately perform it.
It's okay.
There's a difference between performing something where you actually proc a performance check and singing in the shower.
Yeah, it's fine if only the people who are like actual performers.
Yeah. If you're not trying to perform, you don't get to performance check. If you're just singing for the joy of singing, that's not performing. A performance is more than just the sound of your voice.
There's intent behind it to convert.
Exactly.
Well, so we got Agitha on board, and she's at least willing to be somebody to help expose the union boss's corruption. She said that the rest of the union, she's not aware of any sort of issue, so at least that's good. So we will go ahead and proceed forward on trying to figure out what to do about getting the books so we can take the union boss out.
So once people have at least half filtered out, I will go by Mary and say to meet up in the meeting room.
Okay. Nick, your character has been traveling for about a week, and you come to the foot of a mountain, and you see up. You're coming out of a mountain pass, and you're looking down into the valley, and you look over a valley into the next mountain range that you're going to need to go to. It's just kind of a quick valley, and you see a gate. Large, massive gates with a wall. Basically seems to be curtaining off the entirety of this mountain range. Almost as tall of it, and in some places they connect, but it's almost like they just built a sheer wall, so there wasn't climbing, there was only gates. And you see the entrance to the kingdom with gates that are about 300 feet wide and 600 feet tall.
Are there little doors inside the gate?
The gates are open.
No. Okay.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to push it.
This is not the gate to a city that you open and close every evening.
It's a
and
border
morning.
gate.
This is the gate to the kingdom. This is a fortification that allows people to come and go.
Not uncommon for the gate, but a wall that size seems impressive.
Yes.
So
The gate 600, the wall is about 1,000 feet high.
Mm-hmm.
That interconnects and
No
to the
cross
split,
here.
and you just see it go from horizon to horizon as wide as you can see, and there's like a small little town outside of the kingdom that's basically like a little border town, something that you can travel through as you hippity-hop your way down to it. So yes, that's the exterior gate that I should have told you all about at the beginning and just completely forgot because I was really excited to start the campaign.
So we just
yes.
got fields, and
Yes.
road leads to the left, road leads to the right.
Yeah.
We skipped those.
This is the first game I've ever really created or DM'd or anything.
Yeah, no, you ran, what, 2 or 3 sessions of one game years ago?
Yeah, and it was like garbage. I
Bad.
don't really
Yeah, it
count
was bad. I was actually very surprised that you're as good as you are.
Aww. Aww.
But yeah.
Aww. Okay, so now that I've gotten that out of the way,
Still another day worth of travel.
you still have another day worth of travel. Hopping through the gate. But yeah, that's how this kingdom is mostly unassailed, despite the fact it is quite small by kingdom standards. Is it has fuck off defenses. Like
we have
Tarasks would have issues with these defenses.
We have an ocean and mountains plus wall.
Yeah.
So really, I have to assume their navy's crazy, given that it's the only theoretical attackable portion.
That's a very good question, and if you,
We'll get there.
yeah, when your character is actually playable,
Mhm.
you can have a history check to discuss it with yourself.
Of this place I've never been and not allowed to have history checks for.
Oh, you can totally make a history check. You're aware the kingdom exists. It has history.
Mm.
You just don't. It doesn't really. It's like America had a revolution. What does that tell you about the modern day society?
It is probably different than the one before it.
There you go. 200 years ago, there was a revolution. Modern day society is now different. It's like history exists. You can find that out. It just doesn't inform you about the world per se. Okay. So yeah, you told Mary to go upstairs, and that's where you're going.
So we decided that you're going this evening to return the books, right?
That was the plan, yeah.
Well, we need you to get another one. There is a 3rd book.
It's actually a 7th or
Oh,
8th
like,
book.
do you know where it is? Because I grabbed a bunch of the other ones already.
It is in the office behind Agitha's desk.
That was locked.
And you tried the windows that lead into it?
No. No, I didn't use my thieves' tools to pick the lock either.
Well, for the best. So it is a book with a black cover and it's latched, and it's probably not going to be on the shelf. So maybe in a drawer or something like that.
Yeah, she had the petty cash in a false spot on her drawer.
Okay. I'm sure we can blame that on him.
That's what I'd do.
You just found out they stole the petty cash. You've known for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, to some extent, no, you probably needed the petty cash. It's fine.
Oh yeah. yeah, I go and thank Jake for keeping things cool.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, there's no problems. No one tried to start anything like that.
Jake was lucky he was outside, not...
Oh, no. I gave him a roll, too.
Oh, okay.
He was eavesdropping.
Yeah, you could hear it. And it's just like, alright, we can go upstairs so we
Poor
can...
commoners and their
Join
zero
the-
pluses to say.
I'm just now realizing if he had it, then just realizing some of the people at the that work here that have it. Although I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess the missus must have common at least understanding, even if she doesn't speak it. Yeah, she always seems to understand us. I don't know. Maybe she's just good actor.
Would you like to go ask her?
No, I don't want to talk to her.
Weird.
She scares
I
me.
want to talk to her.
She scares me.
I want to talk to her and see how she keeps this place running so good.
By having a cursed child do all the labor.
That certainly can't hurt.
Are there other, bartenders and servers, or is it just Jeb somehow handling the entire front of house?
You're not there. The rest of you can take a will check to ponder that question.
Nothing.
Not going to come to mind at the moment.
Yeah. You're not there.
But yeah.
You're hopping through the forest.
Go.
No, you're hopping through the valley.
Hopping into small town.
So, yeah, we've got up in the private room. And it's like, so we've got the secretary on board with the idea of helping us root out the corruption of the union boss. If he could get a hold of that book, she thinks that that'd be enough to get him out of his position.
Sounds legitimate.
And with this, with Agitha and with my prodding, I guess I can go and talk, and we can use this as a win for the people of the Union, and presumably get them to be on our side. If we do this solid for them.
Also, simply you would wait till you have the evidence and not go out today and start.
Right.
No, let's go out now and tell them what we're going to do so they can
The
prepare.
best thing you do when you think someone did something wrong is you preemptively let them know that you're investigating them. That's what cops do all the time. They go up to drug dealers' houses and go, hey, we're keeping an eye on you, so just do your drug dealing so we can arrest you.
No, you do that to throw them off their game. They'll panic and make a mistake.
Yeah,
And then catch them on.
Yeah.
It's like a cop knocks on your door, you gotta go flush the stash, but there's already an undercover cop in your bathroom. Wow, what you got there?
Oh!
What were you undercover as in the bathroom?
The paper towel dispenser just goes, what did wrong kind of bathroom. That's like at an establishment. No, your toilet paper roll just kind of goes, what are you doing there? Just blinks at you.
Taking a dump?
taking a big steamer.
Trying to flush some evidence.
Okay, so back on track.
We broke them.
Yes, it's just all right. Back on track. What are we doing?
Waiting for nightfall.
Okay,
Or
waiting for
not. I'm gonna go and explore the sewers.
Okay, so we're gonna.
We've got a map, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look for an easy access that's around here.
Okay.
It's kind of out of the way, and I'm gonna find an egress point, an exit point near the Union House.
Okay.
We've got a sewer map, so if you want to use those.
That's the
That's
point.
what-
Yeah.
that's
I
what
was
he
like,
said.
we got the sewer maps. Go down there. We're gonna do some snooping.
Okay. That's what you're doing with your dice.
I gather.
And I take my bat with me. I imagine it's dark down there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you take your bat. Okay.
Take
I
Tony.
don't have dark vision.
Take Tony.
Neat.
So do you plan that out, or are you taking the maps with you?
I mean, do you guys need these maps?
I mean, the goal would be to copy them.
Then yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there is only one copy of those.
Yeah, I'm like, before we take these out, like, into a sewer where there's sewer stuff. Yeah, so I'll start. I mean, assuming there's no one else to feed it to, I can start doing that with at least part of my day.
I think
Okay,
Abbott's
so you're
still
gonna start
sleeping.
working on copying the maps.
Mm-hmm. I do not intend that I'm probably going to be the one to finish it, but I'm at least going to get the work started for. At some point, we'll have a lieutenant or someone do it. But
Okay. Do you have calligraphy or drawing tools?
I do not.
Do you have proficiency in calligraphy or drawing?
Probably
Forger's
not.
kit, any sort of writing.
No,
Okay.
but I am literate.
You're literate. Good. You're not a 3.5 barbarian. Good to know.
I mean, these are pictures.
Yeah.
You don't need to be literate to do pictures.
I imagine there are streets and stuff labeled.
Parchment, ink, anything of that nature?
I would imagine so. Let me see.
At the very least, the person who made the maps does. And we know Abbott does. Because he has empty books.
And
Yes.
we do because me and Yank went and bought some.
Yeah, this is... Oh, no. What is Explorers? I just wrote it as Explorers Pack. What's it as in an Explorers Pack?
Not paper.
No? Okay.
No, it's like pittance and a petrol and like a mess kit.
And it's like
Well, then no, and this is becoming far too difficult of a task.
You need a scholar's
And it's
kit.
like, if you want some, me and Yank bought some ink and paper because we were going to use them to make pamphlets, but never got around
Well,
to
look, just give me those originals.
Yeah.
We'll have somebody else copy them later.
Alright, so we need to copy these.
That's okay.
I don't have anything to do that. Never mind.
So
Later.
you must have it.
Yeah.
Just
I
promptly,
was just hanging out with her when she did it.
Oh, okay.
just promptly set them on fire.
it. Yeah, it wasn't on his sheet. It
Okay,
was-
well, you're...
There.
Oh, what am I doing? I figure I'll go and get started on my pro bono bard work for the inn.
Okay, so you're going... Well, it's pro bono as in, it, like, keeps you guys in rooms, drinks, food, and gives you the private dining room.
Well, yeah. You want
Well,
some extra
I meant the barding that I owe him for the 2 days
Oh.
for setting up the sermon
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah, sure. So 2 extra days, yeah.
Yeah,
Which
'cause
this
I-
would be, like, half a day.
Yeah, and it's like I only get tips right now. He
Yeah.
doesn't pay me anything.
Okay.
Mostly meaning we'll just have to fork over a gold or two to him.
Okay, so, performance check from you.
Alright. Oh, that's 10.
Was it a natural one though?
No.
Okay. Because Bob runs the other
Yeah,
things
those,
happen.
you get punishments for those. You get 3 gold, and, like, you must have used up all of your, like, your throat's a little raspy, your fingers a little sore from playing earlier. Like, you're completely off your game from the sermon earlier. You put too much of yourself into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get 3 gold for... Oh wait, 1 gold. I forgot this is a half a day. That's usually a full day roll. So yeah, you get 1 gold.
Okay.
I sit back and I think to myself about the times that
What a wonderful world.
I failed at making horse potions, and then it was still okay in the end, and I offer no encouragement.
So you're just going downstairs to watch him.
I'm just
Watch
sitting there
her
watching, thinking of
absolutely
encouraging words I
fall
could
on
use,
her
and just being like,
face.
I'd be awkward to offer those.
Okay, so that's what you're doing with your day. What you're doing with your day. You are perfectly capable of reading a map as a big boy.
Yep.
So
But he's not. He's a small boy.
Small boy.
I was using big boy as an adult.
Oh.
He is
Yeah.
an adult-sized version of his race.
Oh, there you
Quick
go.
being racist.
So, yeah, we'll,
Speciesist.
so yeah, short Steve Buscemi is gonna go look through alleys for, like, a manhole cover.
I love it! I'm so happy.
Gonna go snooping for a good spot nearby that's kind of out of the way.
Is reading maps a survival check, or is that just like?
Navigating can be survival, so if you want some sort of roll, that would be sufficient.
You get advantage on it, and it's low DC. So yeah.
How dare you? Dooming me from the beginning.
Is that a goddamn one?
That's a good.
That's a natural one.
That's a pretty good
That's what you
advantage,
get,
though.
Well, as long as it's not 2
yeah,
of
as
them.
long as you didn't double one, you should be good.
I got 17.
Yeah,
15.
you find a entrance fairly close to you, and you have like, it's not only a relatively close entrance; it has the least twists and turns to get where you wish to go, which is outside of the Union Building.
Neato. So yeah, as I try to get into the sewer.
You go and you reach down, and you look at the bolt, and then you realize there's a little fire sigil on it, and you just kind of grab the handle and lift it. And, oh yeah, we did tell Spartacus to go and create entrances for us.
Yeah. Alright,
It looks like it's bolted down. It's not.
Ah, need to read them. Down we go, into the darkness.
and it opens pretty silently without a sound, and it seems like the debris that like would be laying over the edges of it don't fall off when you lift it.
Yeah, Spartacus does good work.
I was almost expecting it to be, wrought iron, yet somehow stainless steel looking now because Spartacus has been here.
Just pristine.
Okay.
Just taking off that, cast iron off anything he passes by.
Okay, so you go down, and since I made you a survival check for that already, you know the path, and your bat's seeing for you, is my understanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're using the bats, because the bat's got 60-foot blind sight.
Okay.
Because I don't have dark vision.
So, as I understand it, the bat's on your shoulder, and you're seeing through his senses as you walk. Is this correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, don't be weird, he's on my head. I'm only like 3 feet high.
He's just using your horn as a little perch.
Yeah, and literally upside down from it.
You can't see him.
Yeah, it's like I
I know. That's the point. It's like he can be right in front of his face, and it's fine.
Unless they've got a lighting system down here, I can't see.
Okay,
It's just the
we're just
constant
using the sonar.
squeaking right in front of your face.
as it's odd and you can't go back and recheck the map, it does have the least number of turns.
Oh, I can make light
Okay,
if I need to recheck the map.
Okay.
I have prestidigitation.
If you wish to try it without rechecking the map, you can go ahead and
I don't
do...
think that does.
Create a fire?
Does it create?
Can't you create a little fire with prestidigitation?
That's a
that's
magic
true.
trick.
That's
but-
3-5.
Yeah.
You might be able to, though.
I have a number of these.
But there are plenty of other light spells.
Yeah, they let you. You can create sparks.
Which I guess, yeah, that's... You're gonna set our map on fire, don't...
Light a candle. I guess I could use a torch. I have torches.
Yeah.
I can light and snuff torches
Yeah, just
with my
poof.
spells.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can do a survival check. Regular, because you can't see the map right now. And if you fail it and don't wish, you can... I'm just going to add some time, and you can start a fire and recheck the map or do another survival check, but I'm docking you like an hour.
That's why we went out early.
What?
I planned right out ahead of time.
Yeah. And...
Yeah, no, they all have the function where you can light things on fire for free, but no more little 1-inch flame out your finger.
And yeah, and you found the one with the lowest DC on a survival check. If you had the map out, you wouldn't need to roll at all, but you're going through blind sight,
Yep.
which can't read a map.
No, it can't.
Darn no braille map.
So,
What's this? It sounds like a piece of paper.
yeah, so you're rolling at regular. No disadvantage. Why don't you just throw more things at
like
once?
a little rim there. 5.
Yeah, you're lost for about an hour. You take the wrong turn.
I was like, well, Tony, this is definitely your fault.
Tony just goes
Exactly.
indignantly squeaking at you.
That's fine.
So-
That's why we're out here early anyway.
Okay, are you going to light a torch, or are you going to try again with a harder DC survival check without checking the map?
Nah, we'll get the torch. We'll get it out. We tried.
Okay. So yeah, you're found that you actually are about, like, just a block off.
Oh, it's not bad. But yeah, we go back and we check to see if the exit near the Union is exitable.
Put out the torch or keep it on?
Turn out the torch.
Okay. Just making sure. I figured you would, but let's not be...
Just
Every once in a while, is there any shafts of light from those grates that he could have just gone?
They're not grates.
Oh,
They
they're-
are manhole covers.
Oh,
I imagine
okay.
there's some form of grates. Is
do
this
they have storm drains
purely
here?
like refuse, or is
Yes.
this? So this is no runoff.
This is not the runoff sewer.
Okay.
It's
The
the
I mean, I
the
suppose there's
runoff sewer does not have a direct link to...
I suppose there's occasional shafts of light from people that have lit bathrooms.
You see piping, but not really light down the piping.
That's
So do homes have running water? Because you need some sort of water in order to flush
Use
things
pipes.
down a pipe. Otherwise, it just sits in the pipe.
There is running water. It's
Okay.
a utility
I guess, yeah,
thing.
you have a lot of utility magic in your
Yeah.
world. Okay.
Yeah, because there's running water, but there's also those wells every 30 feet.
those definitely don't go here. Or otherwise, my idea of can we poison the wells is stupid.
Running water is like a different thing from potable water.
Yeah. If there is a...
If you really wanted to, you could drink your toilet water.
Yeah, you could also drink your pee. You can drink whatever you want. It's your mouth. Have fun. Go crazy. Be enthusiastic.
So there's running sludge to homes, but if you want something to drink, you go out to the wild.
That's fine. I've got presentation. I can clean
It also
stuff.
could be depending on do they have that enchanted utility
and
item or not. Not everyone
there's a
probably
difference
does.
between what is like an enchanted item that connects to the sewers and running water in your home. There's a price difference there because running water in your home would be a lot higher price as opposed to a sewage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could imagine
moves
someone
it
who's
down.
gotten above the idea of like some wealthy guy is just like, you know what? No, I want to finance every home having sewers that clean things. I'm sick of people throwing their refuse out into the streets.
More to the point, you don't, like, when you've used the bathrooms, you haven't actually seen water carrying the refuse away. You close the lid, and the refuse goes away. You have not...
Teleportation magic. I
You
feel.
have not inspected the arcane nature of the shitter.
Get to work. Mages.
So yes, you pop out of the sewers. Now that we've had that
Well,
tangent.
it's
I
not
think
bolted.
we learned a lot.
Well, it's not bolted down on this side.
You can try.
That's the goal. Is you said I popped out,
Okay, so boop.
so it isn't bolted.
Yeah, Spartacus works fast, man.
Apparently.
I rolled for which areas he has hit already, and both of these things had already been
Yeah,
hit.
we just look around, figure out where this is in the Union area.
It's about 30 or 40 feet away from where you were against the wall last
Oh,
time. It's
yeah.
kind of the other side of the street, like other side of the wall, other side of the street, kind of.
Yeah, it's
in
not
an
that far
alley.
away at all.
Yeah, in a kind of in an alley.
Neat. Cool. I go back.
Into the sewer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna rob the place now. It's daylight. Right?
Yeah, it's about 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's daylight. I'll come back when it's dark. When I'm not so worried about making some noise picking locks inside of a building.
So do you sneakily pop out like a goddamn jack in the box, or are you just popping out?
What, to look around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like tilting up and gazing out.
Oh, so you're not like doing a full head out. It's
No.
just, okay.
It's like, yeah, all right, we're in the right spot. We're in the right spot. Somebody
Okay.
sees that pop up, I don't care. Sewer people. Sounds like a
Damn,
city.
damn
Sounds like
Steve Buscemi just wandering around the shores again.
sounds
Got
like
that goddamn
sounds like
Steve
a city
Buscemi.
problem.
We're gonna have to tell the people we've got an infestation of Buscemis.
Get them, go get the Adventurers Guild on the Buscemis.
Crazy nanos,
Otherwise,
try
I
to be
make
God.
I make like a
Po-
mark at the
posting
bottom
in
of
the
the
inn.
stair for this area, just so for me.
Okay.
And then when I trace
What do you mark it with? and
The
what
thing
is
about
the
it
mark?
is I can now start to see as the city starts
Do
to
you like
build
scratching
wanted
the
posters
stonework, or
Yeah,
are you
his-
like
I-
pulling out a piece
Robin
of charcoal?
Williams, Steve Buscemi.
I've got like a hammer and pitten. Make a groove at the bottom,
Okay.
like on the rock. It's like this is just for me. I'm not trying to help anybody else out. I just need to be able to go. Yeah, this is the one.
Okay.
Something Tony
And that
can
way, when
spot.
I'm something that's physical that the blind sight can pick up on.
I don't know if the blind sight would pick up on a scratch because that goes into writing and
Oh,
symbols.
I was thinking of a pitten and a hammer.
Oh, you're going to leave the pitten in there.
Not in it, just to gouge a.
Okay, yeah, that's going to go into the whole writing, and you can't read it.
It's
You
a
could-
divot.
Yes, you could feel it.
You can just
If
leave
you
the pit
like-
and you'll be back.
Yeah, if you see the alcove, you can start feeling around the alcove and find it, but it wouldn't be immediately visible to Tony when he's
Yeah.
walking into it. Like if you were walking into a room, you could see
That's
a poster. Is what I'm saying. So
Then,
yes,
yeah, that's
you could definitely feel it out, but you would have to actually walk over and physically feel it. You wouldn't just see it at the
Yeah.
60-foot radius.
Then yes, I'll just do that. I'll leave some marks at each of the intersections as I go back using a torch to make sure I stay in the right place, so that I can blind my way through this.
Okay. And now there will be no survival check. You will not even need the bat. You can just feel your way.
Well, I'm still going to use the bat.
I know. I'm just letting you know that you don't need it.
So now my brain is going over the idea of the bat hanging and using its sonar to see while you're moving. How weird that is for the bat. Because it's moving around without flying using its...
That's fine.
It works. It's just got to be weird for it.
Yeah, it's got to be a weird. I mean, hey, it's definitely a creature from beyond the realms. But otherwise, yeah, I go back to the end, clean myself up nice and good with presentation, give myself a little lemony scent.
Alright.
Buscemi famous for his lemony scents.
Buscemi is quite famous for smelling just like fresh lemons, yes.
Yes. And then go back into the inn.
Alright.
Go back upstairs and drop off the maps.
Alright. So you
And wait for night.
So where do you put the maps?
Well, we had a room where people were doing all that bookwork, right?
That's a dining room. There's the bookwork stuff is in the inn's office,
Oh, yeah.
which is not your office.
Isn't that where Abbott was, though?
That is where Abbott is. Yes.
Yeah, then I go back there.
Okay. So you walk back. The woman. Do you speak giant?
No.
Okay. His innkeeper's wife just goes and gives you a little pat on the head.
There's a horn there.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to bother her. And like gives you a little lemon cake.
Yeah, thank you.
Gives you a little.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah, go and hang out with Abbott, see what Abbott's doing.
Abbott is still working on books.
No, and he should have gone to sleep. We told
Oh
him.
yeah,
Oh.
Abbott's passed out. So yeah, the innkeeper's in the office working on his stuff.
Oh,
Well, Abbott's probably up by now. He went to bed at, like, what, 6? It's now, like, 3
It
or
was
4.
like 8, and
yeah.
it's now like 3.
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna wake up
He
soon,
was at the
but-
meeting, so he would have been to bed at like 9 or 9:30 or something.
okay.
well, that's fine. I look for our books, and I just stack those maps on top.
They are not in the office.
Where did Abbott put all the books go?
Abbott usually takes the books with him.
Pardon my intrusion.
Sugar Cube. Just, how you doing, Sugar Cube? Just walk away.
Your wife made cakes.
Did you get my cake? You just flutter away as fast as you can.
Yeah, I go upstairs and find.
As you walk out of the kitchen, you hear laughing.
Glad to be of assistance.
over there bitching about his missing cake.
You don't make a single piece of cake. I mean, that's...
Yeah, this is a beautiful little lemon tart thing.
Well, it's what he gets for not being attentive to his wife.
Oh.
I go up to where Abbott is then.
Okay. You,
Wait, is Abbott sharing your room since you got our old room?
I have no idea.
okay, where do you look for Abbott?
Well, I know.
By the way, let's just clarify this. Is this during the time that she's performing and I'm sitting at the bar in this room as he keeps walking by us?
Yes.
Just so you know, we're there. You see us. If you're just looking for somewhere to drop stuff off to.
Then yeah, Steve Buscemi hands you the maps. I don't need those anymore.
I pause, think for a second. Oh no. Did he die? It's... No one else would know to return to me. That must be...
So yeah, then I just have a seat. Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoy the music.
It's bad.
It's so-so. What's a 10?
It's
pretty bad.
It's basic.
I'll
It's a
kind of
10.
lead over and
For-
talk to you about
For
it.
Mother June's
me-
standard
Yeah, for my
performances,
standards, it's bad.
especially what you heard this morning,
Yeah,
this is pretty
I
bad.
was like, I told you, man, that performance this morning took a lot out of her.
She's got to be feeling really bad about herself. I mean, I've had times like that where, you know, your usual skills just aren't there. And I mean, it's fine in the end, but I think a lot of what helps be fine is feeling bad for a while, so we're just gonna let her beat herself up about it, I figure.
I feel like none of you know Mother June very well.
You just wait until I've got a higher proficiency bonus.
But otherwise, yeah, I just let that. I just let those guys wear off whenever it wears off.
Just right there in the...
Yeah, it's fine. Somebody looks over and goes, oh, Steve Buscemi. It ain't what? Horn?
Yeah, there's...
So we go, huh? And it's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I've been here the whole
Racist.
time.
There is a lot of very confused people who, like, just all of a sudden clocked horn out of the corner of their eye. Like, they don't remember you coming in, but you sitting there comfortably. You have, like,
A
a drink in front of you. There's, like, a little teapot on the table.
You're
Like,
sitting with another person.
Yeah.
yeah. They're like, how did I miss the horn dude one they're in?
Very sneaky. You never saw me coming.
Well, they go back to their meals.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I wait for the afternoon, the night time.
Okay. Well, night falls.
Am I still putting books back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Putting a couple books back and stealing a new book from inside the locked office.
I just imagine Mary turning to you like, "Where's the returning books?"
Yeah, and it's like you got one book that Abbott didn't get finished in time, and the actual official seals
Yeah.
that you
Okay.
could return.
All right, then I guess you have to get whatever we're putting back.
But yeah, and then you got one book that we're trying to get you to take, which is
Right.
the boss's personal black book.
Yes. Can I borrow that bag?
That's him.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm just saying, the guy's got stuff. I'd like to have his stuff. 10. I would definitely steal a lot of stuff if I had an infinite bag.
Last
I
time
think
someone
probably
left
given
with
what
a
we're
bag-
trying to work with in this situation, probably for the best not.
That's fine too.
We'll get it later.
Well, assuming your insight was at all high, I'm still probably taking extra stuff.
Yeah, no, it was 20. So
Yeah.
I do not say anything against that.
I won't take as much
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It's the difference of, are you having to think about what you're I mean, even my way, we'll get it later.
Are you stealing the desk chair, or are you just stealing, like,
No,
the stuff?
I don't have a portable hole.
No, I'm imagining you just go in there with a hatchet to hack off the back, stuff it in there piece by piece.
He can't steal, but can't steal a barrel of oil.
I think you miss the intricacy of having to turn into a giant ape for the purpose of stealing the giant barrel of oil.
That game is not on the channel for a long time now. Quit referencing it. Quit referencing the future.
To be fair, you could steal a barrel of oil. You pour the oil into the bag, then you break down the barrel and stick that in the bag. You've successfully stolen a barrel of oil.
If he can push
Everything
it
in there is just thoroughly greasy.
Exactly.
It's fine. It's good for the lotion.
It's not
It's
fine.
good for the lotion.
It's not fine.
I've created a portable hole of slip and slide.
Everything is not easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's difficult lemon difficult. Everything you pull out of the bag slips out of your hand. Okay.
And then just catches on fire.
Okay, if we want to get this done this session, we gotta go. Okay, so you're going.
Oh, yeah. If it's nighttime, yeah.
Yes. Nighttime is the right time.
Cool. I put on my sneaky clothes and I go out and do my sneaking.
Okay, like
When he wakes up, go ahead and take him in private and tell Abbott that.
Oh, yeah. Get the stuff I'm supposed to put back.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Well, yeah, you can.
Halfway out the door, I go, oh, hang on.
Pretty sure you already have it.
Also, you gonna give him any magic help?
And don't we have, like, chops or whatever that I'm supposed to take back? Because I didn't get, like, copies of the blocks.
No, well, we have the copies of the blocks. We're keeping those, and then the official blocks we'll be taking back because they have the anti-theft enchantments on them.
Okay. So I take the official blocks, and then I take that one book,
Yes.
and that's going back.
Right.
Okay.
Those are the three things that we're taking.
All
and
right,
need to
super
be sent
duper.
back.
So as you go up to do that, I will follow with and give you Long Strider.
That go fast?
Yeah, I kind
I don't know.
of douse your feet with an oil, and your speed is increased by 10 feet for an hour.
And it's like, would he be able to get to the Union thing within an hour and have enhance ability mean anything to him?
How long does it take me to get there?
Less time now.
It took you about 3 hours to get there, and it took you about 45 minutes to get back.
Yeah, so it's about an hour to get there.
Because you got lost.
It's about an hour to get there.
Yeah,
Well, he's quick or fast.
Yeah,
No.
with Long Strider in 45 minutes, that might shave off another 10 minutes.
Like
And
half an hour?
Yeah, so if you
Uh,
got there and
What
immediately
does Long
started to...
Strider do?
It's 10 extra feet, so it's not quite that much, but it
Yeah.
would probably shave 5 minutes off, which is still
Yeah.
a good amount of time. That's plenty of time to pick a lock.
Well, yeah, he'll be at 35 instead of 25.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and...
I have 30-foot movement speed.
Is it movement or fly?
I have both.
Yeah, but Longstride doesn't add to your fly speed.
Yes, it does. My fly speed is equal to my movement speed.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, it just says speed.
Oh, yeah. Neat.
No,
So,
that's
yeah.
that's one of the advantages of the fairy's fly, is it's not its own speed. It's whatever my base speed is.
I
Okay,
mean,
so yeah.
fairy monks are hilarious.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hit
Ooh.
him with Cat's Grace then if he's going out to do that.
Advantage on dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
Enhance ability decks.
Yeah.
okay,
They
so,
took out the nice names.
what do you
No,
do
they
now?
still exist.
That's
They're
nice.
just in the
Oh, yeah.
description.
The 3
Go to the
physicals
place.
also come with an
Okay,
extra
Go to
little
the
bonus.
Indian area.
Mhm.
All
What
right.
is-
Use my marks and stay on track.
What is the dex one's extra little ribbon?
Okay, so you go there. It takes you about 25 minutes to get there, and you pop out across the street about 30 feet away.
Falling damage.
And how do you pop out? This is now important.
That's a good point. So, get here. The lid's still unbolted. Alright, fantastic. We're gonna disguise self.
Okay.
Let's look like a... Just, let's look like Buscemi, clean up some clothes. I don't look like I'm in sneaky clothes. Get rid of the horn.
You use the disguise that you've already let people link to you. Yes, is the answer, but...
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It wasn't me. You see that guy? He didn't have a horn.
Okay, so Steve Buscemi, go ahead.
Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and invisible myself before I come up.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I just try to sneak out as carefully as possible. Psych myself up.
Alright,
And then try to
sneak
be sneaky
at
out.
Advantage.
I give myself guidance.
Okay. Obviously, before you go invisible.
Yes. Well, it sort of helps. Gives me a total of 9. 16.
Okay. So you across.
Yep. Why make noise on the ground? You can fly.
Okay, so what entrance do you use? How do you get into the building?
Well, first thing I do is I scope out the outside and try to see if there's a window to that office.
Okay, so you're looking through windows and windows and windows.
Well,
go-
was his office even like an exterior? Like, would I even... But yeah, looking for that area.
go ahead and do an investigation check.
Because I've been in that building a couple of times. 8.
Okay. You spend about 5 to 10 minutes looking, and you do not see a window that you do not see a window that would lead into his office.
Now I'll not get any of those numbers. He rolled double 20s on my dice. Therefore ensuring I'll never see them again. Alright, well then he probably doesn't have a window
He's
access.
doing that to make sure those numbers are on there still? Or?
I go back to my old faithful window and see if it's unlatched.
Okay, you give it a little try.
Yep.
Latched.
Latched. Of course it is. Well, then I just go around and check the other windows.
Okay.
I've got another, 30 minutes on invisibility.
Okay, so
I mean, there can't be that many windows on the second floor, right?
there's one every 10 feet or so.
Yeah, not that
Even so, it doesn't take much to
Okay, so
float
you,
over
you,
and push
you,
up.
Yeah.
Go over and
many. Yeah, just checking and see if they're latched. Yeah.
Well, after one, you can see which position the lock is and just visually do it.
okay. You make it pretty much. You spend about 15 minutes checking windows before you find one that opens,
Cool.
and it opens.
I think this is a bigger building than my brain told me it was.
It's like a whole house. I figure it's kind of big.
It's more like a warehouse.
Yeah, that's. I was picturing more like sort of a converted upstairs of a house kind of thing. But yeah,
No,
a warehouse.
you-
At the
you
time,
know
they
what
take it
you're-
like probably like a warehouse size. But yeah,
Kind of like your stereotypical fire station.
okay, yeah,
Double that.
okay, yeah,
With, like,
lot bigger
the
than I
big-
thought.
With like big bays for the wagons and stuff like that to go in and out and things of that nature.
Yeah, bigger than I
Do
thought.
they store the stuff like the taken here, or is that
That's a
another
very
one?
good question. When your bunny foo-foo manages to hop it all the way over here, you can totally
Hey, I
investigate
can wonder things out loud.
Yeah, we can make jokes about you're not here.
You're at the bar.
You're a buddy
drunk.
foo-foo.
Yeah, you're not even at the bar getting drunk. You're hopping past the bar, probably.
By now, I'm like sleeping in the mountains or something.
So it has
Yeah.
places to load and unload wagons.
So yeah, I get an open window. I slip in.
Okay.
Pause for a couple rounds.
Perception check. If you're listening.
Listen for noise. There you go. He warmed it up for me. That gives me a 22 with my natural 20.
Oh, yeah, you just need to tell me what's the natural 20. Okay, yeah, you listen and... No, you don't seem to hear anything.
That's all. Just doing my due diligence. Going to go and find that office that I'm somewhat familiar with.
That you know
Yeah,
how to get
you
to.
now get an investigation check to find the office because you are not anywhere near where you ever have been before.
Natural 1.
Natural 1, so 2.
Okay, well, you don't hear anything at all. And then you spend the next 2 hours on the wrong side of the building trying to find the office.
2 hours? It's that big and it's that labyrinthian?
And you rolled a 1.
And it's that labyrinthian?
There is no lights, you have no dark vision.
I have 60-foot blind sight.
You didn't say your bat was out. Your bat's out.
Okay, yeah.
Because I can't see in the dark.
Yes,
It's the whole reason I took the bat.
okay. So it's like a cubicle.
Oh, I should have mentioned it.
Yeah, it's like a cubicle maze, and you can't read any of the signs because it's dark, and you're looking around for a place that you're really sure that you knew pretty well already, and then you rolled a 1.
Ah, well, 2 hours, whatever.
So yeah, you got completely turned around. You can now roll another investigation check.
It's
Thoroughly
like,
aware that you're in the wrong place.
how about a 3?
You are now on the correct side of the building. You're pretty sure. You spend about another half hour doing that.
See, you ruined it, Ryan. You ruined it. That first one was a fake out. It was a trick.
You
To
used
lure
up
me.
his 20s.
Okay. You're still
Here.
doing blind sight.
Nick hasn't been rolling for a while. You
Okay.
what do you...
Another investigation check.
How low could I possibly roll? 8.
Okay. You're now definitely on the correct side of the building. And you're pretty sure you have the right hallway. And as you kind of wander down, you walk past Agitha's office, walk back, and there's the door. Okay.
Yeah,
You're
fantastic.
now about 5 hours in, and you're at the correct door.
That's fine. This was all part of the plan.
You're going to have to sleep through the next day.
As I wanted to be up for the nights anyway, I wanted to shift my schedule, so this is all according to plan. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad about it. It's fine. I'm a professional. Everyone has their bad days.
So after some time of waiting at the window...
I've been
He
gone
can
a
become
while.
invisible. He probably came back invisible and I go to bed.
He's been arrested by the guards for multiple murders.
Whoops!
That would not happen.
That can't possibly happen twice.
In this week.
Yeah, this week.
We did tell him what their trouble was, right?
Captain of the Guard, what do you think about the current risk of serial murders against guards? They're not serial.
Each individual.
It's
was
only happened
unconnected.
twice. It has to happen a third time.
Okay, so yeah, we open up our false bottom.
Buddy foo-foo.
Shove the chops in.
Okay.
Shove this extra book back in the bookshelf.
I'm going to go ahead and do a straight wisdom check.
Well, 7.
You're super sure you totes got everything back where it goes.
Mhm.
Totes.
Well, I only had the 2 things. So yeah,
There was,
bottom floor in the shelf.
yeah.
Whether or not it actually goes in that shelf, I don't really care.
There was space for it.
On the false bottom. I forgot you already brought all of the other 6.
Yeah.
The other okay. Yeah, never mind then. You're good.
Yeah. And now I try to pick this lock.
Okay.
I give myself guidance.
Do you light a candle or something?
Well, I think I'd have an easier time using blind sight.
Yeah.
Unless you disagree.
No, I'd agree that you, yeah, because it sounds.
Yeah.
I'd agree that you're using blind sight works just fine for lockpicking.
And yes, I make.
So you're saying
thieves'
lockpicking
tool
makes some sort of
proficiency.
sound.
Yes, that gives me a good bonus there. 22
22.
is Thieves' Tool Dex?
Yes.
27.
What were you using thieves' tools?
That was just proficiency. Before.
+2. I'm proficient in tools.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
you get it's dex.
Yeah, +7.
Yeah. Locked box, no problem.
Fantastic. Open that door.
Okay, you open it up. You're in a room with 2 big windows that you totally fucking missed.
That happens.
That's your escape route.
That happens. It's fine. Well, it certainly isn't that window somewhere over there in west, who knows where.
The one that they keep... at some point, they're like, the latch is broken. It keeps popping open.
Back in East
Hilariously on the wrong side of the building, yes.
Yeah, back in East Jesus. Otherwise, yeah, we're going to start... So, it's not in the bookshelves, because you said not, so I'm going to start looking in the desk for false bottoms.
Okay.
Guidance, probably?
Investigation check.
Yeah.
First things first.
We're
Investigation.
going to try to boost my numbers with magic. I believe that's a 7.
Yes, it is.
Okay, you get through the top drawer. You don't find anything there. You go to open right or left side.
Left side.
Okay, you go to open left side. Tick, 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 locked.
These tools. What's that? 13, 20.
Okay. Pops, you open it up. Investigation check.
Man, he likes dice.
Can I keep casting guidance? Because I'm going to keep rolling the d4 if I can.
You can keep casting dice. I'm just adding to the amount of time you're here.
It takes an extra round.
Yeah, I know. That's like it's.
I've already spent so much time here. I'm not going to... I need these
Tell him
I
when
need
he
these
starts
numbers.
saying the sun.
I need these numbers.
Well, right now it's about 1 in the morning.
Yeah. I was like, I still got
Because
some
he
time.
went as soon as the sun went down.
Yeah.
So that's like
Investigation.
5 to 6.
12.
Okay. You
I'm just saying this d4 is a big chunk of my numbers. Come on.
okay? You find basic papers, things like that. You don't find anything terribly interesting.
Then yeah, we just keep going.
Okay. Right side locked.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm good at picking locks apparently. I get a, what's that, 25.
Yeah. Pops right open.
Investigation?
Yes.
There we go. 7.
I'm going to go ahead and say since you've rolled absolutely everything inside the box, if it's not in the box, I'm not going to count it. You can go ahead and roll in the box.
I kind of want that 4 on the d4 though.
Okay.
That's not helpful.
Okay, and also this will set a precedent, which means if you roll a 20 outside the box, you have to re-roll it in the box. So you can decide whether or not you want to do this.
I mean, I'll take the reroll now.
Okay.
The future's for somebody else's problem. I gained no bonuses. I load higher on the dice and lower on my d4.
God love you. So still 7.
No, that's
No, that's
8.
9.
8, 9.
Oh.
Yeah, 9.
Okay, you find
High roller.
basic papers, things of that nature.
And that's all the desks?
That's all the desk drawers.
Alright, I guess I just look around
Well,
the
would
rest.
you like to investigate the desk further to see if it has any other secrets?
Yes.
Go ahead, investigate.
I mean, come on, why not? There you go. See, that's a 17.
Okay. As far as you know, you found everything.
Then yeah, I just snoop around the rest of the room.
Okay. Do an investigation of the room.
6.
Yeah. Nothing hidden here. Must have taken it home with him. You spend about another 2 hours just searching the room. It's now about 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever. Nothing's here.
Nothing else, we can maybe convince Agitha to come with you next time as you pop the lock and she can look.
Because I'm sure her NPC stat block is better than your garbage dice.
Very possible.
Well, the
considering
difference is
I did
I'd
not,
be rolling.
the highest I got on any of these investigation checks was 10.
I know. You're garbage.
That was an impressive just plethora of failure.
It's
Just a full night of
You know what was
except for lock
particularly
picking.
impressive is that the lock picking. He all of a sudden spiked and got a good.
I know. It's great. Like, it way higher than he needed to. Those
Yeah.
locks were like 15 for the door, 10 for the drawers. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't. Do I have any magic powers that say learn all secrets? No, I don't.
no,
I
you
don't.
don't.
That's a
And,
higher level spell.
Furthermore,
Investigation? Are you the best
we
person
will
at that?
work on your escape next time.
It's like,
Please come back and join
voice.
us. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. All that fun YouTube stuff that I've been informed I'm required to tell you to do by the Overlord.
what's our question for the week?
That's a very good point. The question for the week.
how many bad rolls can one person make?
Yeah, what's your worst bad string of rolls?
Yeah.
If you
What
flip a
is-
coin, how
what
often
is-
will it be heads?
Okay, either your worst streak of bad rolls, if you remember them, or the funniest situation that your garbage rolls has put you or your party into. And, yeah, thank you all for joining us. Come back and see us next time. Bye.